transition right now into our stations. Alright, we're set up, so you guys are going to review the information, review the instructions, work with your partners in your group to kind of work through any stuck points, okay? Work through those stuck points a little bit together. I'm definitely a resource if you need me, but if you can kind of persevere through some of those initial directions as we go. Okay? Focus work, working together. Go ahead. Okay, well we can work through those.
Oh, it's tried.
So part of this mention, we've got so many things open here. Why don't you look over here, and I'll read you the essential question. It says, what kinds of stories do we tell? Why do we tell them? Do those sound familiar?
Yeah.
That's one thing with this program is we're going to use that essential question across all stories. So that's kind of neat, where we're kind of focusing on the same task regardless of what we're reading.
And so we kind of just have to memorize it. And
Yeah.
then we get the hang of it when we travel through each story.
I like that, when we travel through each story, because that's what the focus for each week is going to be, what those questions are. Scroll through Paul Bunyan a bit, and we're going to kind of do the same thing we did before. It's kind of consistent with that. I want you to look at the opening pages and the title and some of the pictures, and also maybe what you know about Tall Tales and Paul Bunyan, but what do you think this story is going to be about? You guys laughing at his beard?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so yeah, I'll give you just 30 seconds, not a really long time, just a quick 30-second little preview.
Are we going to read through it?
I'm going to start reading about Paul Bunyan. I want to show you guys this right here. You guys take a look. If you want to lean in, that'd be wonderful. This is the comprehension strategy we're going to be working on in our group, and that's visualize. Okay, and visualizing is, what picture does the author paint in my mind as I read? Tall Tales is like perfect for visualizing because of all the exaggeration. The trick is thinking about what that exaggeration and what you're visualizing is. What's the author trying to tell me there? Okay, so as we read about visualizing, we're going to stop and we're going to take some notes in our reading response journal. Okay, and we're going to look for examples of language from the text that create a picture in your mind. So it's the words that author uses, that boom, it's like that vivid picture in my mind that I want to record. And because we're taking things out of the text, we want to record what those actual words were. So the first couple today, what we'll do today is we'll find one, and then we'll practice making a list on one of them all together. Okay, so let's open Paul Bunyan, and I'll get mine open here, and we're going to start to read a little bit. Let's read around a little bit so we all get an opportunity to read, and again, working on that visualizing. Okay, so we're on chapter 1, The Giant Baby. Okay, The Giant Baby. Let's just have Addie start since she's right here, and we will get ready to start. Okay, Addie, go ahead.
Long ago, in the state of Maine, a giant baby boy was born.
When the baby was only 2 weeks old.
But we're going to stop right there, right where we were, and we're going to work on visualize. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to reread. I'm going to ask you to choose one section. It could be a sentence or a phrase that the author uses that painted a picture in your mind. And then I want you to record those exact words from the text in your Notability note for reading response.
Wait, we have to write this all in our text.
No.
Who wants to repeat for me? Yep.
So just reread the story and visualize like one sentence that like kind of like made a picture in your mind.
Right on the top page.
On your reading response and Notability. And again, it can be a whole sentence, it can be simply a phrase that helps paint that picture in your mind. I'm going to take a quick span. I have some questions in the classroom. When I come back, I'm gonna share them out. If I'm not back, you guys could share with each other. Without me. You guys handle that? Okay, I'll be right back. Yes. Would you go ahead and share one of your examples?
I said when Paul was 9 months old, he was 10 feet tall.
He was
I kind of thought that was funny because imagine a baby just born that's 9 months is like huge, taller than a grown-up.
All right, so perfect. So two things I'll say is that's a really good example. It paints a picture in your mind. The second thing to ask yourself is, what is the author trying to say through that visualization? What is he trying to make you understand? Yeah, just reinforcing how big he actually is.
Sometimes, since like in the story when we read it earlier, it said he was really strong and like people who they are very strong. Like I know people who are way taller and they're really strong. And so it's kind of saying that like he might be just a baby, but he's really not.
All right, let's go back to page 2. And we're right below the picture of Paul crawling with his beard as a baby.
Indestructible, is that like, since you can do undestructible and indestructible?
So yeah, so you're choosing a word, like a root word, like struct is a root.
What indestructible do you want?
Destructible, yeah, but you're looking for words that you can use these prefixes with. So it's challenging you. It's challenging you to find root words that you can use these prefixes on.
Wait, so like using the word destructible, then adding things, so like using the word destructible and then adding those?
I think you're approaching it a little bit out of order. So think of what these suffixes are, and then think about a root word that might go with multiple prefixes. So you're thinking about root words that go with these prefixes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
would work?
Yeah. But then you're not indestructible.
Indestructible.
Yep. But then you're not limited to one word. Then you choose a different root word. So you can have multiple root words trying to use all these prefixes.
Okay.
There you go.
And you write a story.
That's right. Now, if you come up with a root word that uses multiple suffixes, that's great. Okay? But you can use multiple root words. You don't have to just use one.
Yeah, for left one quad, you can just do quad.
Okay. Does everyone have their predictions? So the way this is going to work, you guys are going to be talking about partnership, and